Just need to pick an entry.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell. Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here, let them wither and crumble, as did my dreams of regaining my son.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure. So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
Oh yes, the use of oil seems to be apt if we're going to be fighting some giant centipedes to go after their eggs. Alright, so, that's a bit of tragedy, huh? as they like to do, they take something straightforward like, hey, you can increase your powers. And they overlap it with, hey, somebody's life was basically ruined in the process of trying to do this.
Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals.
And there's 2 crystals we don't know about. That's also interesting. Because the 2 empty crystals, that could suggest that there may be missing information. Like, for all we know, we might find out that there's like a downside to this and you actually don't want to augment the situation. Let's keep looking around. We'll find out like some horrible thing happens.
His son in here. Grim.
Oh, he captured his son and took him in here. Interesting. I assumed that his son was off doing witchery stuff, basically, and he was experimenting on the infected eggs instead, and just using that as a reference.
Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics.
Bit dark if he was actually experimenting on his son the whole time. An introduction to research. Before embarking onto any consideration of the mutations undergone by witchers, let alone researching them, one should be aware of the specific physiology and biochemistry of these individuals. The transformations they experience during the trial of the grasses, which are widely considered to be irreversible, cause witchers to become infertile, while significantly increasing their physical strength and sharpening their senses. The processes also deprive witchers of emotions and human reflexes. Although information about the trial of grasses and other transformations to which young adepts of the witcher craft are subjected is strictly protected by master witchers and witcher sorcerers, Ludovic Celestin of Ballard claims the albumin of Grey Scolopendromorphs, the strain of giant centipede more commonly found as known as pale widows, constituted the basis of witcher mutagens. However, all research confirming this theory has been lost. Trying to read some of these names can be an adventure sometimes. Look at all these things! Oh, hello. Lesser mutagen transmutator, blue to green. Whoa, you can transmute things from color to color. That's a change I don't think we've ever had before. Hello. There's one crystal.
Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up?
I gotta say, they keep pointing out that the witchers lose their memories. I mean, their emotions, but I've never encountered a witcher that didn't seem particularly emotional, honestly. They all seem to have all their emotions. But that's for the better. I think unemotional characters are boring. I always hate that part about, like, the prequel version of Jedi from Star Wars. It's like, oh yes, they're all emotionless monks. That's not the most alienating and awful protagonist ever.
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly.
One of the nice things about A New Hope and Luke Skywalker is that he's not properly trained as a Jedi, so he gets to be an actual human being instead of a creepy mute. Not mute, but like emotionless, like, soldier monk, which I never liked the concept of. I meant to click on the pillow.
Need to pick in it.
Hang on a second. Oh, I know. Oh, we didn't have to place them anyway. That's fine.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity. Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
seen enough.
Alright. Yeah, it gets a lot darker when you're considering that his son is what he's talking about every time he says, "The subject was brought to the brink of death, but then he came back," and stuff like that. Like, it's miraculous and all this other stuff. It's like, yes, also he's your son, and you're using him as a guinea pig because you want to change him back, but like, at some point, maybe it's not entirely worth it. Also, I guess I'm going to go up there at some point, and I'm going to use the shockwave spell to blast it, because it's clearly up there. I can see it. Kind of wonder if I can aim it from here. Let's see. Nah, I don't think I can aim it up there. I want to see if I can knock it down in advance, so it'll have to wait until I get up there myself, I'm sure. Oops, accidentally put it back away. Alright, is there any little detail stashed around here? That's how we leave. Probably how we loop around to that exact spot, actually. Let's take a look. Sorry if the camera's a little disoriented. I'm using the Witcher sense, which kind of zooms it in and messes with the FOV a bit. Oh. Oh! Alright. I believe this is where the... Yep. Found them. Found the centipedes, as it turns out. Alright, let's look for our Yrden chance. Oh, they're going away. There we go. He got stuck in my attack. Get my Quen up there real quick. Nope, not quite. He seemed to destroy my Yrden. It's gone now. Oh my god, there's more than one. That's not good news for me. Hey guys, you want to come visit? There we go. How nice of you. There we go. Just cleaving away. Where you guys at? Huh? Huh? Don't mind me. Oh, they got away. Quen definitely helps, though. Ow. Got knocked back by the other one. Ah, crap. Much like is often the case, the hard part comes from the fact that there's multiple ones attacking me. There we go. Look who's... Ow. Crap. There we go. You have to attack the underside specifically then. That's how that part works. Ow! Not getting along great right now. Working on it. If you guys could just get stuck in an Yrden for a second, that'd be nice. Come on, come visit. Yay! There we go. Claiming that underside. Oh, not quite. I just want one of them to go down, then this whole fight will go easier. Once one is down, the whole thing will just be quick. Come into my bubble. It loves you. It's my lovely bubble. Yes! I've caught him in my love bubble. Alright, now there's just one, so this will be easy. Until they just start adding more or something. Please come into my love bubble? No? Ah. Unsuccessful dodging back there. I'll work on it. Okay, he's less than cooperative so far. No, but I couldn't catch him. As far as I can tell, I don't think I can catch them in it. I think they have to specifically... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they have to... Ow. Wait, what? Why didn't the Yrden work? I thought we had like a deal of like how this is supposed to work. Oh, that's not Yrden, that's Quen. No? Ah. Why does your AI work differently from the other one? What's the rule here? There we go. Yeah, he's just... He seems weirdly resistant to Yrden. That's weird. Thought we had a deal, game. There we go, this time it worked. Cleaving away. Oh, there he goes. Yep. Oh, meant to dodge to the side. Kinda blew it there. Come and get it, buddy. Be my neighbor. Here we go. How you feeling? You like what I do to your innards? Just gouging out those insides you got there? Uh-oh. Hit? Aw. I tried to dodge it. Some of these hitboxes are very forgiving in favor of the enemies. Hey, buddy. Yep. There we go. Cleaving time. Don't worry, it'll all be over soon. Maybe. Maybe. Yep. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. I've already established that it basically doesn't work. Oh, here it comes though. Hit. Visit me. You never come to visit anymore. I'll bake you cookies. There we go. Well, they're horrifying.
Sorry. Need your eggs.
Monster blood and other things. Ew. Giant centipede discharge. Was that a reference? Ooh. That might be a reference, honestly. They called... Because there's a... Oh. Felt a vibration in my controller. A little concerned about that. But anyway, in Dark Souls 1, there's a giant flame centipede boss called Ceaseless Discharge. So the fact that they took these centipede enemies and specifically gave them a item called that's just called Discharge that they drop just feels like some kind of reference. What am I fighting now? Is it more of the same? Oh, that's slightly disappointing. I gotta keep doing this. Alright, let's do it. Here, I'll bubble up for you guys. Aha! Heal me! Heal me! There we go. I'm so happy that everyone's so cooperative in this game. Alright, where is he? Just swinging away. Oh, I can probably burn them actually when they're in that position, can't I? I didn't really think about that. Ow. Dick. Where'd he go? Come up in my bubble. Hit. 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 No, thank you. I might be able to burn his underside in this position. Oh yeah, why didn't I think of that sooner, huh? Oh, wow, that's effective. That's plenty effective. Give me your poison healing. Yummy. Yummy poison heals. Alright. Yeah, absolutely. Igni's really effective in this situation. That's what I should have done from the get-go. The Codex entry talked about the armor fixing the resisting spells, but of course, once they're vulnerable to strikes, they'll be vulnerable to spells too, and that speeds the whole process up. Eggs. Hello, mutated giant centipede abdomen. Cool. That's a nightmarish face. Or I mean, albumin is what they call it. I'll just grab all of them, I guess. Yeah, the fire is what I was feeling to do. There we go. One of the upsides of fighting one thing a lot is that you get better solutions for how you're supposed to fight it pretty quickly. Wait, Ard. There we go. Don't say I didn't tell you so. I'm gonna hurt myself now. Can you quite fall damage? I doubt it. Oh, we're okay. We're doing A-okay. Alright, let's go unlock some ancient secrets. Well, actually relatively new secrets, so I'm just stupid.
Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up.
What organs are they? Oh, those are jars that are closed. I thought I saw a brain. It looks like a mass with a dark line going down the middle, so I thought they were all brains, and I'm like, those seem rather taken. Oops. Do you break? Figured you might not, because it looks like the edge of the map. There's a little symbol down there. We'll see. We'll get back to the central machine now. Yep, we got 3 of them. Get undressed and activate Moreau's contraption. Cool. Sounds legit. This is... I feel like I need a supervisor, or like... I feel like I should call Yennefer in or something. Like, it's gonna go really poorly for me if something happens to me and no one is here to do anything about it. Do I need to take my weapons off too? Probably.
point going in wearing full gear.
Yep. Let's try to remember what I was using so I can put them back on then. Oops. Get back, no, not, get back over there. Alright, so I was using the Caretaker's Spade, Silver Griffin Sword, and a crossbow. I think that's about it. I can probably get away with everything else.
Drop my armor, leave my weapons.
Put away my torch.
Professor's mutagens might work on me as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
You've unlocked the mutation system. Mutations let you gain new capabilities, increase your advantage over normal men, giving you an added edge in killing monsters. Go to the character panel. Well, Geralt, you seem particularly trusting and willing to take crazier risks as far as I can tell. That was a hell of a thing to just let yourself go into. Alright, we're all equipped up again. Let's take a look at this character panel now. Ooh. Is that the new thing? Mutations. Press triangle to open the mutations panel. Whoa, okay, this is new. To use mutations, first you must research them. To do this, choose one of the available mutations. Okay. For mutation research to finish successfully, you must devote the required number of ability points and mutagens into it. Oh man, this is crazy. This is all new. Choose one of the advanced mutations. Okay. Magic sensibilities. I wish I could read that. It allows the use of... I can't see it past the tooltip. Can I exit out and get rid of this tutorial? There we go. Alright, magic sensibilities. Signs can deal critical hits. Their critical hit chance and damage increase with sign intensity. Currently a 49% chance to deal an additional 286% damage. Opponents killed by critical hits from signs explode. That'd be a really amusing way to kill people after using an Igni on them, is just to have them actually explode. So if we wanted to research this, we would need to use 2 greater blue mutagens and 2 ability points, which I do have, I believe. For melee, sword attacks deal 25% more damage to opponents immune to counterattacks and monsters. In all other cases, if the attacker's vitality is less than 25%, a counterattack immediately triggers a finisher. Interesting. Requires greater blood mutagens, which I don't have. Then toxic blood requires green, which I do have. Each time you are injured in melee combat, the attacking opponent receives a damage to the amount of 1.5% damage dealt for every point of your toxicity level. Currently 1.5 to a maximum of 150. Oh wow. So as your actual... Oh yeah, so if as you increase your toxicity, you just get thorns basically, where if you get hit, that attack gets countered back. Interesting. That means if you had about 66 points of toxicity, then enemies would have 100% of their damage reflected back at them, which is kind of rough. But obviously I am predisposed to want to be like, hey, what if we could crit our spells? Here we go. Activating mutations. A mutation has been researched. Press X to activate it. Alright. Only one mutation can be activated at any given time. Oh, that's the balance here. I was gonna say, previously you could equip all sorts of specific mutations, but nowadays, like I hit the point where like all my mutation slots are full, so I have no reason to level up anymore because I can't increase anything that I already have. It only gives me the options to specialize in more things. But now this is another form of that. I can continually research more and more advanced mutations and keep going down different paths here, but ultimately, I'm picking one thing to equip. Strengthen synapses. The Strengthen Synapses mutation improves automatically when you develop other mutations. As it does, it unlocks additional ability slots. Does that mean you can equip more than one at a time? That could be it. Press circle to close. To see what mutation's currently active, open the mutation panel or the character panel. Ew, so you put those are the slots where you put them, aren't they? The strengthened synapses mutation improves automatically when you develop other mutations. As it does, it unlocks additional ability slots. Oh, maybe that just means... It says ability slots. I think the ability slots actually refer to these guys, all these tiles I can put on my character. So as I research more mutations, I still can only use one of them, but I'll gain access to more and more things I can put over here, which will allow me to add even more passives or active abilities to my character, which would be cool. I think that's what's going on here anyway. But anyway, now I have a place to put my points as I get them. What's next over here? Piercing Cold. When the Ard sign is cast, it additionally has a 25% chance of freezing opponents. Opponents knocked down and frozen simultaneously die immediately. Opponents who are not frozen are dealt an additional 4,290 damage. Okay, so my force push type attack that knocks people back can also freeze them. There's got to be an Igni one, right? Surely? When drawn, magic, unique, and Witcher swords increase sign damage dealt by 50% of their damage dealt. Ew. So if my weapon does 200 damage, it'll add 100 damage to my spells. That's pretty cool. That could be good for Igni. Adrenaline Rush. At the start of combat, sword attack power and sign intensity increase for 30 seconds by 30% for each foe after the first. So, when fighting 11 foes, the bonus is 300%. Once it wears off, sword attack power and sign intensity dropped by 10% for each participating foe after the first modifier. Modifier cannot exceed 70%, duration 30 seconds. That's rough. So for 30 seconds at the beginning of the fight, you get a huge buff to your power, but then it drops almost, not as much, but it can drop quite a bit for the next 30 seconds after that. So 30 seconds of really tough fighting, followed by 30 seconds of being in trouble, basically. The curiosity is whether I need to go, if I can go straight for that, or if I have to also grab the other fork and complete both branches to get there or not. There's some cool stuff around here. Second Life. When vitality reaches 0, you become temporarily invulnerable and regenerate 100% vitality. This effect can only be triggered once every 180 seconds. So every 3 minutes, you just come back from life. That's also pretty cool. Alright, there are options here to look at, but I need to gain 3 more ability points before I can even proceed down that path. What's the first combat skill, though? Sword attack steel. Wait, I already read this, didn't I? Yes. No, it didn't. Yes, I did? Yeah. Up here, Bloodbath. Each fatal blow dealt by a sword dismembers the enemy or activates a finisher. Each blow dealt by a weapon in melee combat increases attack power by 5% until combat ends to a maximum of 250%. The bonus is lost if you take damage, not including damage from toxicity. I'm not going to go too far into the poison ones. There's a lot of stuff over there too, but my character's always been built significantly around spells with just the mandatory amount of melee tossed in there too. So I'm not going to be investing, I'm sure I'm not going to be investing into potion-related skills. That'd be out of character for this character's build. So this must be our exit now.
A power cell for portals. Feels dead. Maybe a sign will revive it.
Alright. No? Oh, you. It's this crystal over here, right? Let's try using, Igni? No? Axie. Ooh, brain. Alright, there we go. I did it. You just had to cycle through the options a bit. At first, I made the mistake of thinking that I could activate the portal itself, and hadn't immediately noticed the sign. Alright, we were there for a while, but it was obviously worthwhile, because it unlocks an entire new progression system for my character. Admittedly, if I found it later, I'd be able to invest more in it, but it's still worthwhile. Wow, it was not this time of day when I went underwater. This is vivid. This is beautiful out here. Oh yeah, wasn't it storming? I think it was storming. Alright, we'll have to pick a new goal to do next. Hey, bear. Friend? friend. Not really friend, is he? I don't think Bear is friend. I think Bear may be foe. Oh no. Bear is displeased with my general presence. Why can't you be happy on a sunny day, Bear? Oh, why am I pulling my sword out? I'm not really against the idea of pulling on my sword, it's just that I was in the middle of trying to cast a spell to slow him down, so the sword pull is a bit of an alarming occurrence for me. Anyway, Bear's on fire now. He's probably not going to take that very well either, honestly. If I were to guess. It's fine, he'll be fine. Everything's fine. Well, that was refreshing. After fighting gargoyles and magical cougars, it was a bit of a surprise to fight something that was flammable again for once.